God has everything under control. The whole world is trembling right now over the outbreak of terror and calamities throughout the earth. Every day we wake up to learn of another disaster. Non-believers are becoming convinced there are no solutions left, that everything is spinning into chaos. But God's people know differently. We know there is no reason to fear because the Bible repeatedly reminds us that the Lord has everything in control. Yeah, agree with that? If you believe the Bible, you will. The psalmist writes, "For the kingdom is the Lord's, and he rules over the nations." Psalm 22, verse 28. Believe it. Likewise, the prophet Isaiah declares to the world, "Come near, you nations, to hear, and heed, you people." Isaiah 34 and verse 1. Listen, take heed, and hear. He is saying, listen, nations, I want to tell you something important about the Creator of the world. Isaiah states that when God's indignation is around against nations, it is the Lord himself who delivers them to slaughter. Interesting. Behold, the nations are as a drop in the bucket and are counted as the small dust on the scales. God is so big and mighty. All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted by him less than nothing and worth less. It is he who sits above the circle of the earth, to whom then will you liken me? Isaiah 40:15, 17, 22 and 25 verses. Isaiah then speaks to God's people who are troubled by world events. Look up to the glorious sky and behold the millions of stars. Your God created and named every one. Are you not more precious to him than they? Therefore, fear not. Verse 26. Our Father knows the end from the beginning. Let us ask ourselves, where is the Lord's eye focused? Certainly not on the world's tin god dictators or their threats. I won't mention names. Scripture assures us these world men's bombs, armies and powers are as nothing to the Lord. He laughs at them as mere specks of dust, and soon he will blow them all away. Verses 23 to 24. So be encouraged.